Do you think the country is ready for EV, meaning a mass inflection of it?
Yeah, we understand it won't happen overnight.
Try me. It's
Yeah,
a bet.
There's other brands under the ATL Automotive group
Mhm.
that are carrying EVs as well. I mean, how does that make you feel like?
People don't buy car. People buy people.
Okay.
No matter what the car is, it matters the personality behind it.
All right, hear that. The real salesman in a price. Them say, boy, it costs more to charge than to fill up a gas tank per gas tank size. How true is this?
I'm not sure there are many people who can take a nice vehicle and fill up the tank for 3,200.
Yeah.
And that will take me to Kingston, Mobay, and back with a little
Yeah.
bit to spare.
Easy.
Shifters, welcome back to another episode. And in today's topic, it will be the future is electric. And we actually have our reps here from JPS Charge and Go and ATL Automotive, BYD to be exact, right there, Sloan Jackson. So before we get into it, we're gonna talk everything electric. We're gonna figure out what EV is all about, how it's taking over Jamaica by storm. And we have our sponsors today, ATL Automotive again and JPS Charge and Go. So we have with us here.
Jackson.
Richard Gordon, JPS Charger Go.
Nice. All right. So, Sloan,
Mm-hmm.
when you say the word EV, what is a EV? What is an electric vehicle?
So we have a wider group called the new energy vehicles.
Yeah.
And you have mild hybrid vehicles, which is a small electric motor on top of a regular petrol or diesel engine. Then you have proper hybrids, which use two different sources of power. And then you have another level of hybrid, which is plug-in hybrid, which actually charges the electric side and allow you to run electric only versus ICE only or a mixture. And then you have full EVs, just run on battery.
Nice. Richard, so with all this jazz going on with BYD, what infrastructure is JPS Charge and Go doing for the EV users?
Sure. So JPS Charger Go has been building out an island-wide network
Yeah.
to facilitate BYD and other vehicle brands as they go about their commute. We understand that commuters will do most of their charging at home or where they live or where they work.
Yeah.
So we're there to support them on their quote-unquote long-distance commute as they go around the
It's
island.
long distance, Richard.
Huh?
The drive from here to Negril long.
Yeah.
From a Jamaican perspective,
But Jamaica, but it's only Jamaica we are. Nice long drive.
I mean, you've been a part of BYD for a couple months now. How has it been from you? You used to sell ICE before,
Right.
as in internal combustion engine
Yeah,
vehicles,
proper.
right? With EV, the brand manager for BYD, what do you do now to sell EVs to people, or
It's a
the
whole
pros,
different. As I
the
said, like,
cons?
the easiest part about it is that before with ICE, the conversation is more about affordability, like the color, like the seats, the basics. The conversation now is a lot longer, a lot more intense. They go into a lot more. How far the range actually going to carry me? Where can I charge? Suppose the charger not working, stuff like that. And it's
Yeah.
a lot more of an education. What I will say, the big difference is once an EV buyer or somebody who is considering an EV decided it's quick. There's no longer the conversation about color because they already made up their mind on that.
Yeah.
It's now a conversation of can you figure this part out? And if you do, I'll buy the car.
And with that being said, Richard, do you think the country is ready for EV, meaning a mass inflection of it?
yeah, we understand it won't happen overnight.
Yeah.
Try me.
Yeah,
It's a bet.
the transition from ICE to internal combustion engines that happened a century ago.
Yeah.
The transition that is occurring now. It's occurring at a good pace. We'd like it to be fast, of course,
I'm working on it.
but we know it's going to take a little while. But we're ready for it.
And what's the statistics like in terms of, have you seen users using the charge and go stations more frequently now? I mean, how has that been?
Yeah, as more and more units are sold,
Yeah.
you have more and more usage of the network. So
Yeah.
month over month, year over year, we see an increase. It would have started out initially in 2021. What we did in probably an entire year. Right, the following year, you're doing it in a month.
Double up.
Yeah,
Triple up.
I mean,
it's
if you go to S Foods, for example, between 5 and 6 o'clock, you'll see cars lined up
Yeah.
to get their 5-10 minutes worth of charge. Not even an hour, just trying to get their 10 minutes. And it's like a little community now. I know we have a full EV chat, but not all the members, not all the people who have EVs are in the chat.
Yeah.
But you literally see people on and them know so they only need like 10 minutes and them telling the person behind them, I'll just 10 minutes and I come off.
Yeah. I've personally experienced that
Right.
already in the States where you pull up to a charger. It actually is like charging etiquette.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like you partner your friend and say, all right, give me 10 minutes charge or
And
whatever the
I'll
case
give
may
it,
be.
yeah.
Yeah, and this question is for you now, Sloan.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I buy a car from you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What about the EV charging stations now? I mean, I know we can get one at a house, but what if I live in an apartment?
Right. So there are a couple of things. When most of our brands, with the exception of probably one or two, you get a portable charger as well,
Yeah.
which you can plug in anywhere and charge once you have access to a socket. But majority of the customers who live in a much, because Kingston customers, for example, most of them live in an apartment.
Yeah.
And the strata doesn't necessarily allow you to put in a wall charger. Some of the newer apartments do, and they allow you to have a wall charger to your designated space. But for the older apartments, you might not have it. And what most of the customers do, they use the fast chargers. They use the charging system around them. One, it's actually less expensive if you
Yeah.
actually use the chargers outside a house. And two, it's faster, drastically faster.
JPS Charge and Go. Are you guys gonna be doing any compensation or any discounts for people, EV owners per se?
Yeah, we currently have a program running
Really?
with the dealers where there's a 50% discount on your light bill. It's capped at $25,000. But for new EV owners,
Right.
once the dealers that are in the program, the advisors of the new customers, we're able to facilitate that discount on their bill.
And it's easy. You buy a car. Once you buy the car, we send the bill to JPS. They confirm that they've received it. They confirm it's not a commercial property because it doesn't work for commercial entities. So it has to be a residential light bill. But once it's a residential light bill, you can save for the next 6 months.
Where do you see electric vehicles going for the future though?
I mean,
As
like we started out 4 years ago launching just one car out of the group of the 10 brands that we now have. Right now, Audi, BMW Mini, MG, myself at BYD, we all have EVs
Yeah.
right now, and more EVs are due to come in a very short space of time. And we expect more brands are going to try to, because the taxes are better. Thanks to the Jamaican government, we have much lower. It's the lowest tax bracket you can get into. I mean, now most vehicles can get the 5 year no registration, but we've enjoyed that for the last 4 or 5 years. So it's a lot. There's a lot of opportunity there.
there's other brands under the ATL Automotive group
Mm-hmm.
that are carrying EVs as well. I mean, how does that make you feel like?
Look, we've always been selling cars. It don't matter what type of car, whether electric or diesel or anything at all. Once it's competition. And the customers are going to respond to great customer service. They're going to respond to the personalities. And like I said, I've been saying this for almost 20 years because somebody said it to me when I just started the business. People don't buy a car. People buy people. So
Okay.
no matter what the car is, it matters the personality behind the brand.
All right, you heard that. The real salesman, you know. All right, Richard. So let's get in some myths, right? Some debunking myths. I'm gonna start with you first.
Sure.
Range.
Mm-hmm.
People often tend to get paranoid about range, saying, "Hey, boy, we don't have enough range to travel from Kingston to Senegal." How true is that?
So even the shortest range EV in the market, which was the mini hatchback, I don't think we carry that particular model anymore. We carry an updated version to that. But that car had a range of 234 kilometers, which is the shortest range.
Yeah.
I drove from Kingston to Negril in that car. So that one is busted. I know you drove one of the EVs as well. So
Yeah.
you can tell me if you
Yeah.
the
I mean,
range.
to be honest with you, we went
Mhm.
to and
back on one
on
charge.
one charge.
Right.
The last leg still.
But the downhill charging.
Yeah, the regen worked and all of that. The thing is, with EV, you're gonna have to learn. It's a new technology, so you're gonna have to learn your regeneration and all of that type of stuff. For you and Richard, the price, them say, boy, it costs more for charge than to fill up a gas tank per gas tank size. How true is this?
So I drove an EV here.
Yeah.
My employer has a fleet of EVs here to say BYD.
Yeah.
So it's an E6, a 70 kilowatt hour battery. To charge that from 20% is like a quarter tank, and fill it up is like 3,250. I'm not sure there are many people who can take an ice vehicle and go fill up the tank for 3,250.
Yeah.
And
No.
that will take me into Kingston, Mobay, and back with a little
Yeah.
bit to spare.
Easy.
Nice. And I mean, you have repeat customers for EVs?
Yeah, we have repeat customers, but we also have a lot more transitional customers because now the range is no longer the problem. We have quite a few cars over 500 kilometers. We now have a couple of cars like the one that I drove today is a 600 kilometer range car, and we have one BYD that can do 705 kilometers on a single charge. We've actually done a test, myself and my entire team. We drove two EVs all around Jamaica, and we made it all around Jamaica on a single charge. So that's 600 plus kilometers.
All right. So Richard, question for you. for JPS Charge and Go, with the charging speed, do you think that we'll see faster chargers in the future?
I think you'll see faster chargers, but it will eventually level off, both in terms of the speed of charging from the car's standpoint as well as the capacity of the chargers. You'll also have a greater proliferation of chargers in the public space.
Yeah.
And even in apartments where, if you're the first person who buys an EV and the strata doesn't want you to put a charger there, eventually after three, four, five, and six persons buy an EV, then eventually there'll be enough people to convince the strata that, hey, we need chargers in this public space.
Yeah,
So,
I mean it's happening. It's happening in the states.
Yeah.
Most apartment complexes
Most
have
come with it now. Yeah.
EV chargers. Um, yeah, I heard you guys talking about hybrid Formula One a little bit that jargon. I
Yeah.
mean, you actually were surprised that I'm not really a big Formula
Yeah,
One.
that's a little too surprising.
Yeah. Why did Formula One transition from ICE to now hybrid?
Richard, you want to start?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
It's to modernize the sport. Was one to show that it's with trying to be more green, as well as you can get a lot of torque
Yeah.
from electrical systems compared to turbo systems that have a lag.
Yeah.
And I think the other reason that they did it, I mean, when you look at markets like the UK, the European markets, even China, there's an emission control.
Okay.
And with all these CO2 emissions and all those other things, they're trying to make a sport that burns fuel literally for a living. They're trying to make it more green. And the whole process behind it was that it was also a way to test the technology that we now enjoy in our cars. So you have brake regeneration, you have the whole thing of smaller engine but more power. So they're gone from V10 engines, which everybody loves, but they now have a little 1.6 liter that's producing 900 or 1,000 horsepower
Yeah.
in that car, thanks to the hybrid system. And then they don't fuel anymore. So what they used to do is to run out of fuel in the middle of a race, have to refuel and run again. Now with this system, they don't refuel. They run one race, the one lap, one tank
There is.
for the
So
entire.
so you would say just an integration of green with adding performance as well, because I find with the hybrids it gives you instant torque and all of that type
Yeah.
of stuff.
And it's a good way it's a good area for them to push the technology.
Yeah.
Formula One is the highest level of technology.
Nice.
Highest level motorsports, yeah.
All right, shifters. So we actually just debunked some myths and we spoke a little bit about Formula One. Because you know what, to add a little performance into it. We actually got the chance to do the demonstration with the JPS Charge and Go station. So we're going to throw into that right now and show you guys what that was all about. Let's go. All right, gear shifters. So we're actually just pulling up to the JPS Charge and Go station here, and we're just linking up with Kerry from JPS. She's gonna give us a quick walkthrough of how the JPS RFID card works and the JPS Charge Lab app works.
Yes, so JPS is here to provide charging for all your electric vehicles.
Right.
So we have two options for customers to charge your electric vehicles.
Yeah.
One is with an RFID card. Cards can be provided through JPS, and the card is really just simply swiping to activate the charge. You unplug, and then you start to charge. If you choose to use the app, we have the Charge Lab app. You download that on your smartphone,
Right.
and you can actually come here, select the plug that you require, and start your charge from your phone. So those are the two options. And JPS is here to support. We're at EV support at JPS Kodak.
Okay, nice. Also, what makes the JPS Charge and Go station so special?
Well, we have the fastest charger in the island. Right now, this one is 150 kilowatts. Persons are spending half an hour or less here, and they can charge and go.
Nice. And you can facilitate pretty much any EV.
Any
Island.
EV that comes here, we can charge you. Different battery sizes will determine how fast you charge. But once you come here, we'll be able to charge you and you can go.
All right, great. All right, shifters. So you heard it here from Kerry and herself from the JPS team. You don't know, we're moving into something else. All right, shifters. So Karen is going to show us how to use the RFID card here at the charge station. So do your thing, Karen.
All right, so we're at S Foods and this is your JPS RFID card. You swipe at the charger.
Nice.
So you authorize, connect this charger, CCFB,
Okay.
detach, and you,
Right.
all right, and then you press start.
Okay, so once you click start, it pretty much loads automatically.
Yeah. So you can actually see where you're charging and the level that you're at and how long you have to take to get to 100%. So right now it's showing you that's on the display that within another 2 minutes you should be at 100%. But if you're okay to go, you can actually stop the charge, swipe the RFID card, select stop. It detaches, unlocks, and you're able to unplug, and you're on the go.
Yeah. Nice.
Exit, and now you have charge with your RFID card.
Great. So there you have it, Gearshifters. Thanks to Kerry and the team again. And remember, charge and go stations all across the island. Look out for them. That is it. Alright, shifters. So we got up close and personal with some of the ATL Automotive EVs. So let's go and take a look at what they have to offer.
Thanks, Nick. Meet the all-electric MG4 hatchback. Here you can see the MG badge right here. The MG stands for Morris Garages. Here you have the daytime running headlight. It also comes with the 17-inch rims. As you can see, we have different colors options available. We have red, blue, silver, black, white, and gray. Now let's go inside to look at the interior. So now we're in the MG4 EV, right? And this is the fabric interior. We have two different types of specs. We have the leather and also the fabric. To start the car, you have to put your foot on the brake and you have to make sure that the key is present. Once you put the foot on the brake, you look at the instrumental cluster where it will come up and say ready. Then you can put it in drive and go. Over here, we have our 10.5 infotainment system and battery charge right now is at 95%. You can see that we can get 279 kilometers on the 95% charge, but on a full charge, you get 365 kilometers. The MG4 comes with 5 different drive modes, right? Snow, Eco, Normal, Sport, and Customs. It also comes with the energy recovery, which is low, medium, high, and adaptive. Here we have the MG Pilot as well. It comes with the safety features, the drive assist that comes with 2 different cruise control, adaptive cruise control and intelligent cruise control. So safety, this is where you will come to turn off the car. You will just press the power off button, and once you press that, the car is off. Either step out and you lock it, or you can step out of the car while the car is on, and once you press the lock button, once the car is closed and you press the lock button, the car will also turn off. So you have 2 ways to actually shut off the car. With the purchase of an MG4, you can get a complimentary home charger and also installation done.
All right, shifters, so welcome back. We're through to social media to grab some questions, and we actually have some questions for the both of you. So I'll just ask you the questions where it applies.
Sure.
Okay, so maybe I'll just have you answer this one, Sloan. Question is, where do I charge if I live in an apartment?
2 answers to that. You can use the portable charger, or you can probably use one of the public chargers.
All right, Richard, this one definitely applies to you. How fast does it take to charge?
Typically, users spend 15 to 20 minutes on a fast charger. That's the average time. How fast can you charge on a fast charger, like a 150 kilowatt charger? Part of it depends on the car. Each car has its own charge curve, so it will determine how much power it can pull from our chargers.
This one kind of sounds in a technical range. How often do I need to change tires since it's electric?
It depends on your driving style. Just like any other car, majority of the electric cars are performance driven and some of them are 2-wheel drive. So if you put in 300 plus horsepower to 2 wheels, you might go through those a little bit quicker. But again, it depends on your driving style.
This one's for you again, Sloan. In a patois, battery costs after warranty finish.
Shouldn't be a problem. You have 8 years to figure it out, and battery cost is still less than 30% of engine costs and transmission costs if those were to fail.
Nice. What is the range insurance company charge to insure?
So we were having an issue with EV cars being loaded, but we've now had that issue fixed. So they're now almost the exact same price as ICE. Or in some cases, and in one particular case, for BYD, the insurance for our car is actually less than ICE because we're a safer car. We carry more safety features standard.
Nice. I mean, those are a couple of the questions that were asked through our social media pages and stuff like that. We're going to close out shortly, but is there any closing thoughts from both of you? Let's start with Richard first on just EV in general.
So, for those who are considering transitioning to electric vehicles, rest assured that there's a network out there for you
Yeah.
to publicly charge your vehicles. And always remember, it's a new modality. The first place that you can charge your vehicle is where you live or where you work. That's
Right.
where most of the charging occurs. So people ask, how long does it take to charge a car? The same time it takes to charge your phone. Plug it in and forget it.
Yeah.
And when you need to charge in the public space, you have JPS Charge and Go.
I mean, for us, I mean, we're continually expanding our group. We're trying to offer more solutions to the different questions that customers ask. And what we have now, we have more brands that offer more EVs. So you have different style culture, different technology. We have Kia, we have Audi, we have BMW, we have Mini, we have MG, we have BYD. So you have different styles, different layouts of the car. Less of you just trying to pick one car. Everybody has choices. Another thing that I'd like to throw to is just to add on to what he was saying about the charging stations. The cars allow you to charge faster now. You can get 15 minutes and you can be on your way. And a lot more people should be considering EV because it's a lot less costly to maintain, a lot less time spent actually fixing the car, and more time just driving and enjoying the car.
And where can they find you if they need to?
So
Get a
ATL is
dealer.
everywhere. ATL is in the middle of New Kingston at the Porsche dealership. It's on Oxford Road for Audi and Kia. It's on Orchard Road for MG and Photon. It's up by AC for BYD. And in Montego Bay, we're on the Fairview and on Bogue.
Oh, I thought I was going to forget Montego Bay. You know?
No, you might have to go in Montego Bay.
And Richard, where if they need more information, where can they source
You
that?
can go on the JPS website, www.jpsco.com/charge and go.
Shifters, it was a pleasure. I mean, Richard, boom, yeah. So first and foremost, let me just thank our sponsors for today, ATL Automotive and JPS Charge and Go, for being a part of such a wonderful episode. EVs, electric is the future in our topic for discussion today. We're going to be closing out now. I want to give a huge shout out to Main Event as well for providing some of the props for the set, and Goon Auto. So until we meet again in next episode, I want to know for big up on yourself, and we'll see you next time. Let's go.